pot, Mary Jane, weed, ganja, the devil's lettuce. Whatever you call it, marijuana has been a topic of increased discussion throughout the United States, with its popularity growing and approval for legalization rising from 12% in 1969 to 66% today. As of 2019, 11 states, outlined in green, have legalized the use of recreational marijuana, with 21 additional states legalizing the use of medicinal marijuana. The states outlined in red are states that have no legalization regarding the recreational or medical use of the drug. Today, we are going to focus on the state of New Jersey. In New Jersey, medicinal marijuana is legalized, but recreational use of the drug is not. Earlier this month, New Jersey state legislatures pulled NJS 2703 (18R), a bill focused on the legalization of recreational marijuana, from the floor of the Senate. Instead, they proposed a resolution asking for the question to be put on the November 2020 ballot. So why the delay? I talked to Senator Declan O'Scanlan, a representative for New Jersey's 13th district, over the phone. When I asked about the bill that was recently pulled from the floor, Senator O'Scanlan said that marijuana is controversial, but the biggest deterrent for him are the fears on both sides. You have people on the anti-legalization side concerned with traffic highway safety and being able to have the deterrent from smoking and driving. On the other side, the pro-legalization folks made the argument that we're arresting and damaging people's lives forever because of misunderstandings of how evil and negatively impactful marijuana is. You've got to weigh all that. Marijuana legalization would also be one of the largest additional revenue sources for the state, so that has to be thought through thoroughly. When asked about the recent attempts for recreational legalization, Senator O'Scanlan said that I didn't think that peacefully, calmly, together, that legislation this complicated within a few weeks was going to turn out to give us the best legislation. The senator did point to the medical marijuana program in the state, saying that New Jersey's medical program is one of the most clinically robust programs in the country. If you do recreational legalization before the medical program has the ability to really establish itself, you kind of pull the legs out from under it. In terms of a timeline, the question of legalization is set to appear on the November 2020 ballot. The senator says that if we do vote to approve the legalization, that will happen in November of 2020, and then you're probably looking at 18 months from November of 2020 to the availability of marijuana. The senator spoke most about getting information from other states regarding the legalization of marijuana. We will gain more information in this coming year from the states that have legalized, and that information will be valuable. But as of right now, what is there to learn? The Drug Policy Alliance, a group dedicated to advancing policies and attitudes that best reduce the harms of both drug use and drug prohibition, argues that legalization reduces harm, creates jobs, saves money, and promotes consumer safety. Their legalization status report also argues that increased access to marijuana has been associated with reductions in some of the most troubling harms associated with opioids, including opioid overdose deaths and untreated opioid use disorders. An RCG Economics and Marijuana Policy Group study on Nevada says that legalizing recreational marijuana in the state could support over 41,000 jobs till 2024 and generate over $1.7 billion in labor income. In a report from cannabis analytics company New Frontier, it is suggested that federally legal pot could generate an additional $131.8 billion in aggregate federal tax revenue by 2025. However, Senator O'Scanlan is not averse to waiting. We'll get a lot of information during this coming year, a lot of it out of states that have already legalized, and we will, in November of 2020, be able to go into the voting booth pretty informed when the time comes. Until then, I guess we'll all just be waiting here with him.